It was just a slap in the face. It's just...
The San Francisco woman whose rape kit was used to identify her as a suspect in a crime breaks her silence tonight. Good evening. I'm Julie Hayner.
And I'm Alex Savage. The woman's case exposed a practice in the city's crime lab that triggered a national scandal.
KTVU investigative reporter Evan Cernovsky sat down with her and has more now on what happened.
I feel betrayed. I feel hurt.
6 years ago, this woman submitted to a forensic exam after she was sexually assaulted. But investigators turned around and used her DNA from that rape kit to identify her as a suspect in a recent unrelated property crime.
I gave my DNA and it was supposed to help the case and, you know, lock that person up, and I went to the police for trust. Like, I trusted them.
The case has sparked national outrage from sexual assault survivor advocates who say such a practice could have a chilling effect on victims coming forward.
You put a lot of trust in the people in the system to make yourself vulnerable like that. Do you feel like they lived up to their end of their bargain? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. The opposite. They betrayed my trust even more, and it just made me relive the whole situation.
District Attorney Chesa Boudin brought the situation to light last month after receiving the woman's criminal case. He since dropped the charges against her.
This is Big Brother incarnate.
Civil rights attorney Adante Pointer is representing the woman and filed a legal claim against the city on Thursday.
I don't see how SFPD recovers from this unless they take not only serious steps to safeguard the information, but to destroy whatever is in that database.
The city attorney's office issued this statement, quote, "The city is committed to supporting and protecting victims of crime. We will assess the claim and respond appropriately." You may be asking, how is it that a rape survivor's DNA could ever be used to identify her as a suspect in a crime? Well, it happened through a number of decisions at San Francisco's crime lab that no one thought to second guess, but had major consequences. Here's how it happened. Back in 2015, the crime lab created a quality assurance database filled with thousands of DNA profiles of workers, visitors, and any other samples they analyzed in the lab, like rape kits. They used it to make sure DNA from unknown criminal suspects wasn't contaminated inside the lab. Technicians then ran the suspect's clean sample on the National Criminal Database known as CODIS. But lab workers occasionally still got hits in the quality assurance database that weren't recent enough to be from contamination. And they still reported those to investigators. Chief Bill Scott said he's discovered 17 profiles that were matched in that database. 11 of them were from rape kits. He said at last week's police commission meeting that he doesn't believe any of those cases led to an arrest.
We own this era. We own it. And we will make sure that this doesn't happen again with the guardrails that have been put in place.
This week, Boudin sponsored statewide legislation that would bar any California crime lab from keeping rape kit DNA in a database that's unrelated to the sexual assault. But even with all that's changed, the woman at the center of this case said she will still have trouble trusting law enforcement. Now that she's filed a legal claim, the next step is a lawsuit. The woman said she's going to continue pushing to hold the police department accountable. Evan Cernovsky, KTVU Fox 2 News.